We are going to Epic Universe. We are on the first bus of the day, and it's just Heather and I. Early entry is at 8 o'clock. We are here walking to the gate from the bus stop, and it's 6:20 in the morning. But we're definitely not going to be at the back of the line this time. This is our first view of the park as we come walking up to the entrance. And it looks like there's maybe 5 or 6, maybe 7 people here before us. It's beautiful, that's for sure, except that crane that's right by the main entrance. It's about 7:15 now, and we are the first people in line at our security gate. There are many security gates, and there's also getting to be many people here. As you can see behind me, lots and lots. But we're first. It is 7:48, and we've gone through security and had our ticket scanned, and we're ready to enter the park. All right, we are going in. Nintendo Land portal, and we have early entry.
You already playing Mario Kart.
You guys need a home selfie.
There's an escalator, but we are going this way because my sweetie is on a scooter. This is the first time we've seen this. A lot of people have come in early and gone through the escalator, but this is the first time we've seen this. People with strollers or little vehicles still get the experience. All right. We are going through Nintendo Land, and I think we're going to Minecart Madness. This place is crazy. After another elevator, total of 2 so far, I think we're heading to Donkey Kong. It's very loud here. Yep, there it is, Donkey Kong Country. We are here in the queue for the only ride that's open in Nintendo Land, the Donkey Kong roller coaster ride, and it is broken. So there you have it. The only area in the park that's open is Nintendo Land. The only ride that's open is broken. So far, I would have to say that the early entry perk is not really worth that much. We had early entry, and the only thing open was Nintendo Land and Celestial Racers. Well, I'm going to ride Celestial Racers by myself, so we went to Nintendo Land. We get to Nintendo Land, they tell us that Mario is down, but Donkey Kong is up. So we went to Donkey Kong. We got almost up to the very front of the line, and it was broken. And we sat in line for 30 minutes, and they said, oh, temporary delay, but it was broken the whole time. And we finally left. So far, what I have to say about Epic Universe is epic fail. Maybe it'll get better as the day goes on. Okay, so we are now going into Dark Universe, which apparently is open, and the ride here is apparently up and running, so that's pretty cool. This portal's neat looking. That's a big screen all the way around. And now we are not in Celestial Park anymore. Heather hated the theming in Nintendo Land just because it was so loud and so many different songs going on at once. But this is much better here in Dark Universe. Heather, who's really not excited about Dark Universe, just said this is awesome. So we are going to go to the Frankenstein ride and see what happens. We worried about the stairs that we kept seeing in people's videos because Heather is not good with stairs, but there was an elevator to get us up here to the main level of the mansion. This place is pretty cool. There's the stair area that we avoided.
But Igor, I hear you say, where's the fun in that? I agree, you delightful freak. Sadly, this is not that kind of experiment. Look closely. This is a Catacombs navigation unit. All you little lab rats and your little lab rat friends get to ride one. Use it got steers, nothing else block. Yes?
Story. They called Henry a monster. They were afraid of what he had done. But you will see. There's nothing to fear. Show that. Lower the lights. Now, these people are friends. See?
There's nothing to be afraid of. He is amazing, better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment.
Something. After being here an hour and almost 45 minutes from when they actually let us in at 8 o'clock, that ride was really cool. It has the ride system like the Harry Potter broom ride, which usually makes me sick, but the way they've got it set up, there's not a whole lot of screens, and I didn't feel nauseous. The crazy part was, while we were waiting for it to start, the line stopped, and the ride was broken for a half an hour. And then we were just ready to turn around and walk out like we did on the first ride this morning, and it finally came back up and we were able to ride it. The ride was really good, but they've definitely got a lot of kinks to work out at this park. And you know, you might say, well, the park just opened 5 days ago, and so there's going to be problems, but we were at a Universal park yesterday that's been open for years and years. Gringotts was down most of the day at the other Universal park. The Velocicoaster was down a lot of the day, so I think that's just kind of their MO with these Universal parks, is for rides to be down often. Celestial Park area of the park, which is kind of the entire center, is really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. And this fountain is something. Really nice, especially with the Helios Hotel there in the background. Hopefully tonight there will be a fountain show going on right here. I bet that hotel is crazy expensive. It's got its own gate into this park, so you can be even closer to the disappointment. This roller coaster is a twin roller coaster, and it's called Stardust Racers, and it's one of the few rides that is in the Celestial Park part of this park. It's a really beautiful roller coaster. I hope to ride it today if it doesn't break down before I get a chance. They're coming our way. That's pretty cool. I'm the most excited for this is the Isle of Berk. Heather and I both really love the How to Train Your Dragon movies, because we, my friends, have dragons. Footage here because everything's backlit in the morning. Wooden benches are nice in this area. We're going to ride Hiccup's Wing Gliders, which is a roller coaster. This is the Hiccup's Wing Glider ride, where we've got a return time for. While we are waiting for our return time, I'm going to ride a little something different. Let's see what I can do on Stardust Racers. Sounds fun. Well, that was not disappointing. Holy cow, Stardust Racers is amazing. What a great roller coaster. Lots of airtime. I rode it with my hands up. First time I ever rode it, I rode it with my hands up the entire way, and it was really something. Really, really something. I rode this while Heather was waiting for a return time on the roller coaster over at the Isle of Berk, the How to Train Your Dragon area. And that's where I'm heading now to meet back up with her. I forgot to mention that when I rode Stardust Racers, there was an extra weight for the front row, and I was riding single rider, and it just happened to come up where there was a party of 3 that waited the extra time for the front row, and I got to ride front row. One was on Stardust Racers, but Heather and I are getting a parking place for the scooter, and we're going to ride Hiccup's wing gliders. So that's 2 good experiences in a row. I enjoyed Stardust Racers, and here is Hiccup's winged gliders, and it is fantastic. Heather enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It's a little less intense than Stardust Racers. It's kind of more of a family friendly, but it's kind of at the top of the scale of family friendly. It's way more intense than, say, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train that you might ride over at Magic Kingdom. But we enjoyed this quite a bit. 2 good experiences in a row after a struggle for good experiences this morning. Oh wait, there's also a roller coaster. Okay, so we are going into the Harry Potter area where we're going to get a return time for the main attraction here. As you come through this portal, you come into Paris, I think. Wow. That's pretty awesome. The buildings are all really tall here, so you can't see out into the other lands. What year are we in? So this is, according to Heather, this is 1920s Paris. And it's just really something. It's amazing. Great theming. Good job, Universa. All right, we have secured our return time, and now we're gonna go get some lunch because we have plenty of time before our return time to eat. And I am starving. What time is it?
11. What?
It's 12 minutes after 11, so it's been a long morning because we got up at 5 to get ready to go to a restaurant called the Blue Dragon. It looks like it's actually in the Helios building. We're not going to eat here, but I do love the entrance. That's awesome. The monsters area, or villains, whatever it is, from a little further back. It's alive, it says. We've decided to try. This is the Oak and Star Tavern. It's a barbecue brew house, and hopefully the food's good. I'm in the mood for some barbecue. Little dining rooms in here, but we came over to the dining room on the right of the entrance. There's a really cool looking bar over there that looks like you can walk up to the window from the outside and get served. And also, there's this stage with beautiful stained glass windows behind it of a tree. So we decided to eat right here. There may be live music in a moment. We don't know. And I got pulled pork and ribs with mac and cheese, and Heather's getting chicken with mac and cheese. So we're pretty excited about that. You order from the app, and then you scan the QR code on the table so they know where to bring it. So it's kind of like a counter service, but almost a full service too. I like this selection of sauces that's on the table. We've got tropical gold, we've got sweet, we got harissa, and huli huli, which I may be pronouncing some of those wrong, but I'm still excited about it nonetheless. This is my rib and pulled pork plate. It looks like it also has some cornbread, and there's the tiny order of macaroni and cheese. And this is Heather's chicken. Whoa. Did I almost spill on the table? Heather's chicken with macaroni and cheese. I got 2 meats, she got 1 meat. So a moment ago I said that this was cornbread, but it's not. It's some sort of mango bread, like pound cake almost, and it's delicious. Heather and I tried all the sauces. The one that's labeled sweet is kind of like a regular barbecue sauce. And the one that's labeled harissa is kind of like a regular hot sauce. This one, huli huli, is a sweet sauce, but it has a different vibe.
Pineapple.
Appley?
Pineapple.
Pineapple-y. Heather says it has a pineapple-y taste. It's not your normal barbecue sauce flavor. But we both decided that we like tropical gold the best, and this is what we're going to go with. We were just putting little drops on our forks. How would you describe the flavor of this one, Heather? She said it's vinegary and mustardy and barbecuey. Now, I usually like a mustard vinegar type of sauce, and that's not exactly what this is. It doesn't have a yellow color, but it's good. Well, that was delicious. Really enjoyed that. The ribs were good. The barbecue pulled pork was good. I had a little bit of Heather's chicken, and it was good. I had the three broomsticks chicken, which is kind of the same thing, but this is way more tender than that I had yesterday. So everything was great. The flavors were great. My only complaint is the portions were a little on the small side, as you could see on those photos of the food that I showed you just before this clip. But overall, I think we like this restaurant. Portal to enter the Harry Potter area, but you can also go in right here. We have learned, Heather discovered this, and it's a nice little secret way to get in without all the mess. Of course, you want to go through the portal at least once for sure, but this way is less crowded and takes you to the same spot. There's some more of the France part of this area. It's just cool. It's a small area, but it's just jam-packed with stuff. Everywhere you look, there's something else. That lady's a performer. Here's yet another area. And there's one over here too, with this staircase with a statue on it in forced perspective to make it look much bigger than it is. Now, I have to catch up with Heather. I watched one reviewer say this is just like Paris, except for it doesn't smell like pee. I've never been to Paris, so I don't know what it smells like, but I thought that was a funny comment. All the purple on that building, that's cool. So the bumpy pavement is uncomfortable on the scooter. Heading back to the Battle of the Ministry ride, which we should have a return time for now. We are in the line. Ooh. Thank you. All right. What's this thing called, Heather?
No.
Whoa. That was awesome. All right, we are in here. This thing is several stories tall. Just crazy. Still making our way through. It's a big area for the cube. Oh, look at that dragon. Look whose office we found. Right here in the line. So this line was moving super rapidly and now it has absolutely stopped. Indeed, welcome to Universal Theme Parks. It's another broken ride. Another broken ride. At least the fourth that we've been in line for has broken while on this trip. 4 rides. 3 at this park. No, that's 5 total rides, but 3 at this park. And this park doesn't have many rides.
Your service is currently experiencing with delay in operation. The ministry apologizes for the inconvenience and kicking a phone to Bali to Buffy's.
I guess we're going back out through the flue, but it's not doing any smoke this time. Oh, it is doing smoke. Sorry, I'm wrong. There it goes. Metro flu. Okay, so if you're keeping track, that's a bad experience at Donkey Kong, a bad experience at Frankenstein that turned into a good experience after a 30-minute breakdown, great experience at Stardust Racers, great experience at the roller coaster in the Isle of Berk, which is Hiccup's Wing Gliders, and then a good experience for lunch and a bad experience at the Ministry ride here. So it's hit or miss today on the 5th day of this park being open. The How to Train Your Dragon area now, and I love these lamps. This dragon is holding the light with its tongue. Now we're going to check out a show called The Untrainable Dragon. We've heard it's really good, and we are excited to see it. And it probably won't break down. We are in the theater now for The Untrainable Dragon show, and I'm sure there's no recording during the show, but thought I'd give you a look around the theater. It's got a upper level and a lower level, and they just informed us that people will be running down this aisle behind us during the show. So that's pretty cool, and we are excited about it. Show was fantastic. We really enjoyed it quite a bit, especially Heather, but I liked it too. Thumbs up for the Untrainable Dragon show. We just rode Hiccup's Wing Gliders again, and it was fantastic both times. Now we're in the line to meet Toothless and Hiccup, which is quite a long and hot line. They say it's at least an hour. I bet it's longer. So this is the meet and greet for Toothless. Earlier we had Hiccup out here with Toothless, and then we had Astrid, and now we have Gil, who is a character I don't remember from the movie, but they say his name is Gil. And I'm getting some video of other people doing the meet and greet, because when I'm doing the meet and greet, I'll be doing the meet and greet. There's Heather introducing herself to Toothless. And now I'm saying hi to Toothless. These pictures were made by the person that works there. Here's all of us with Toothless. I wish Gil was not in this shot. He did it. Finally. Awesome. Some more dragons. These appear to be fighting over a fish. They're pretty cute. These are probably 5 or so feet long. Okay, so the Meet Toothless experience was quite a long line. It took about an hour, but it was worth it. There was no breakdown. It started out, Hiccup was out there with Toothless, and then as we worked our way through the line, it became Astrid. And then, as the line continued, a character that's not in any of the movies, I don't think, a redheaded dude named Gil was out there when Heather and I got to meet Toothless. But it was cool, and we liked it. We even bought the picture. It's getting a little bit overcast now, and so the light's a little bit better on the entrance to the Isle of Berk. So I thought I'd make a little video clip for you right here. I don't know if you can see it, but that right in front of me in the center of the screen has a fire in its mouth. I don't see a fire in the mouth of the dragon over here. But anyway, it's really cool. And right here you can see the Hiccup's Wing Glider coaster as it goes into the water, which is neat. A little bit better light on the statues now too, right here at the entrance to the Isle of Berk. There's some pretty good light here as well. I'm very close to the speaker that's making the music though, so that's not too good. In the morning, the light is not good here, but it gets better in the afternoon. I think I'm going to give Stardust Racers another shot. Stardust Racers the second time was awesome. Again, I was in the single rider line. When I got to the place where you stop walking, there were 5 people, including me. And the first coaster gobbled up all 5 of us. I rode in the back row. Last time I rode the front row. It was fantastic. Now Ministry is up again, and Heather and I are going to try to ride it. Hopefully we'll make it.
Has here cheers after him to boat and
It didn't go. They're just trying to funnel people in.
Don't put it down. That's all right. We got the do last time.
This way.
This is exactly how far we got when the ride broke last time. Hopefully it doesn't break this time and we actually get to ride it. And we pretty much fast walked all the way here, so no harm, no foul, kind of.
Yeah, but they were like, say,
Okay, this is the Dolores Umbridge office area with all of her knickknacks and things. And the tile has gone from green to purple to very pink in here.
well, being speaking as you
Well, we did finally get to ride the Ministry ride where we got to see the trial of Dolores Umbridge, so that was pretty awesome. I have to say that we have an accessible person in our party that rolls in a wheelchair, and their system of getting us up and down the elevator could use a lot of improvement. But the ride itself, once you finally get on it when it's not broken, which that's quite a trick in itself, the ride is fantastic. Really, really something. Kind of a groundbreaking thing, I would even say. So we enjoyed it, even with all of the problems. There are thousands of people at this park, and nobody but me and Heather is down here looking at this fountain. I take that back. A guy just walked past me. Nobody but me and Heather and the guy that just walked past me is down here looking at this fountain. It's pretty amazing. That's the Helios Hotel in the background. Right here is about the middle. Over here in Dark Universe, there is a roller coaster, and we haven't ridden it yet. It's called Curse of the Werewolf or something along those lines. Apparently, it's like the shortest roller coaster ever made, like a 30-second roller coaster. But as it gets later in the afternoon, the wait times are getting a little better, and we may try it out as we make our way back into Dark Universe. So I just went to the restroom here, and every urinal and all the plumbing leading to the urinals in this land, they're all black. Not white or yellow or pink, but they're all black here in Dark Universe. Also, apparently, this is Igor hanging out with some of the people. He's got nice boots. So this is where the roller coaster is, and there's the windmill that catches on fire. I think that just went out right as I started videoing, but this is where the roller coaster that we're thinking about riding. We still hadn't really decided. It's the Burning Blade Tavern. Oh, there it goes. Oh, now it's coming back. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, look, this time it's going to make it all the way around. The Curse of the Werewolf coaster was actually pretty nice. Very short, but the cars spin not by program, but just by inertia. So you never know what you're going to get. And it was a lot of fun. Heather enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool. They're running it at reduced capacity. So the line, even though we kind of had a short line, it still moved pretty slowly because they're running at reduced capacity. But it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed Curse of the Werewolf. Okay, so there is a fountain show going on right now. And I'm at an interesting location because looking out on the fountain, there's music, and the fountain is going along with the music. But if you turn this way, wow, that's getting really high up. If you turn this way, there's a little kids play area right here where the kids can play in the water. And then over here, this amazing looking building is the carousel. And just beyond the carousel is more fountain. It just goes and goes. And this fountain is dancing along with the music. And then in the distance, across that bridge, is yet another fountain. And that high thing sticking up into the sky is the entrance to the park. So the fountain goes all the way from the front of the park all the way to the back of the park where the Helios Hotel is. It's really something. And this is another view of the carousel with the fountain beside it. And then you can look over this way. And over here is where you can see the dual roller coaster. Stardust Racers. And so we are heading back into our favorite land here at Epic Universe, the Isle of Berk, where we have dragons. Heather says we have one more ride of wing gliders. What's it called? Hiccup wing gliders. I can't get used to all these new roller coaster names. I know all the ones at Disney World, and I've known them for 1,000 years. And now I got to learn all these new ones. But anyway, we are going to ride Hiccup's winged gliders one more time. There it goes. There went a coaster with nobody on it right there. Definitely an awesome section of this park is the Isle of Berk. With all sorts of interesting stuff to look at and to ride. Really cool. Really a cool spot. We were the very next people to get on the coaster, and then there was lightning in the area and they closed it. So looks like we're not going to ride Hiccup's wing gliders a third time today, but we almost did. And that's a fun story to tell, so I just told it. Well, now we're going to check out Sensorium Emporium, which apparently is a gift shop. And it looks like they have lots of Donkey Kong stuff and dragon stuff. Okay, we didn't like the contents of that store, so now we're going to Other Worlds Mercantile, which is on the other side of the entrance. We're right near the entrance. That's the portal that gets you in the place right there. It's pretty cool. It has grand opening 2025 on the sleeve. It was just a blue shirt with the Epic Universe logo in the middle and grand opening 2025. I'd probably buy it, but I don't like all that mess on there. It's just too much. After all that shopping, Heather bought a keychain and I bought a bottle of water, and I think we're heading out. This is the 5th day of this park being open, and we wore it out. We didn't do every single thing. We didn't do anything over in Nintendo Land. We didn't like the noisy atmosphere over there, but we did pretty much everything else. We didn't do the water ride in the Isle of Berk, and we didn't do that weird spinny ride in the Isle of Berk, but we did basically everything else. And it was a lot of fun. So usually the way we are with Universal parks is we come every 3 or 4 years, so it'll be a while before we come back. But we'll be at Disney World in about 6 months, so that's really more our speed. We're more Disney people than Universal people, but we did enjoy this day, even with its problems. And as we're leaving the park, it is starting to sprinkle. We made it to our bus stop and it is actively raining, so we got here just in time. And Heather mentioned while we were walking to the bus stop that we've been here for 13 hours. So we made a day of it for sure. Bye-bye.